Bring out the theater.
5 ban lists, and Trickstars remain untouched.
Greetings and thank you for checking in to Team Forbidden's YouTube page. It is I, Cybrog and The Fanatic.
It is I, Eric the Cybrog, without my hat, because I literally just got off work.
Yeah, and I am now a cold-blooded murderer.
I'm witness to that.
But, how? 5 ban lists! How? Japan literally did it in 1. Why is it 5 lists? We still have to deal with droll reincarnation bullshit.
I mean...
It's like, you literally, spoiler alert, they literally banned Gumblar. But they're like, no, droll reincarnation is still fine. Huh? Alright, well, for those of you who are somehow not catching on, new ban list dropped today.
Or those who already know and seen a bunch of these videos already.
Yeah, we're coming a little late to the party on that.
I mean,
we were all at work, so...
We have lives.
We were all at work when it... yeah, well, let's go with that. We all have lives. We were all at work when it dropped, so we're doing our reaction now. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to come out and say it. First and foremost, I like pretty much everything they did on this list, but there are still a couple of things. It's not what they hit or what they let up on. To me, my major problems are what they didn't hit and what they didn't let up on. But
I'm just entirely mixed on this ban list because I have good things about it and then the bad things about it. But I'll get onto that. I'll get on that during the video.
Yeah, the major good thing about this list, though, I will say,
they hit the problems that needed to be hit.
They nipped somewhat. They basically. Aside from Trickstar, again, dodged 5 ban lists now in the TCG.
Relax, they'll get their time.
Aside from that, they hit every single solitaire deck.
Except for one.
Or the very least, the 2 major big ones. Those being Rongo and Danger/Draw FTK. And I suppose you could say they kind of hit Gemini FTK, but it's just like...
No,
Konami, get off your butts and just ban Lapis Lazuli. Ban the actual problem. But let's get into what they actually did hit. So, first hit, Fairy Tail Snow is now banned.
The reason why she got banned is because they use her in Thunder Dragons, because during your opponent's turn, you banish all your Thunder Dragons.
And then you plus off of it.
Summon Snow, chain all their effects with the Snow, and you plus off everything off.
My deck that I had to fight Snow with, which was unbearable for me, was Burning Abyss. I got so tired. Any card that can chain to itself for the same exact effect, which is not once per turn, is absolute and utter BS. And all I can say for Snow getting banned, good riddance.
Does that mean we could see Grass coming back after this list?
Grass is still stupid. Grass is still way too stupid.
It mainly got banned because of Snow.
It got banned because of Snow, but it's also just the dynamic for it. We'll find out in April. That's the other thing. The next one is coming no sooner than April 2nd.
Which is going to be when Dual Power is coming out.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, gee.
Speculation.
Who to thunk it? Money is using the ban list to push product rather than keep the game healthy.
It's not like they've done that before.
Yeah. So next ban card is Grinder Golem. They hit down on pretty much all the token cards on this list. Grinder Golem. God. Arguably, I'm sort of surprised they hit it this early.
I played it in my Orcus deck for Pasadena. Yeah, for Pasadena. It fairly did when I saw it, it did shenanigans.
Well, when you didn't, it was just like...
It was mainly just the discard fodder for Greffer.
Yeah, Grinder Golem is...
Most of the time. Which is another thing they got on the list.
Yeah, Grinder Golem's gone. Any card that can generate tokens multiple times in one turn, anything that doesn't have a hard once per turn clause, or even a soft once per turn clause, yeah, it kind of needs to go. Next one.
I mean, sure, the restriction on Grinder Golem, like, oh, this is your normal summon for the turn. It's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, who cares? So, the next one, I said this in my ABC video. I called it Tomahawk banned. Get out of here. 2 level 7s into 6 link materials. Get out. Get the fuck out.
Took them a while.
And it's like, they literally hit Dandelion, and then they limited Grinder Golem, and they're like, oh, Tomahawk's not a problem. I'm like, oh, really? I think the major reason that they banned Tomahawk finally is dangers. Nessie plus Dogman equals a link spam board.
Yeah. Because you get Nessie out, you get Dogman. Oh, look, I'm going to do stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And next one. Speaking of killing solitaire decks.
Hold on. Bongo, bongo,
bongo, bongo, bongo, bongo, bongo, the fuck out of here, Rongo. Don't ever come back. Let's go over a history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Boss Monsters really quick. For stuff. Actually, if you really think about it, Rongo was actually kind of the first one in the trend of the unaffected boss monsters. They had Rongo, then they had Towers, then they had your Great Magnus, and then they had Masterpiece. Rongo needed to get 6 materials out, and there were some decks that did it back in the day.
Ignites mainly.
Ignites, and...
I mean, before, obviously, Gossip Shadow came out.
There was no way to get it with 6 materials.
The only deck way before 6 times even did it was Ignites.
Yep.
And I mean, even then, it was still hard to have Rongo with 6 materials on it.
Yeah,
and then when you did, it's like...
The big thing with this one was everyone was going around. There was the whole big argument of whether it should be Rongo or whether it should be Gossip Shadow.
Honestly, Gossip Shadow is not an issue because, sure, Gossip Shadow can just put it to any Xyz monster just to give it more materials.
Yeah,
but it's like, it's what it goes on to is the problem.
Yeah, which, thank God, they actually hit the goddamn problem. And then we have, this was one that I'm kind of sad to see go.
Same, because I was hoping to play it in Cybrog once when the new stuff came out.
But
Soul Charge.
Yeah, everyone, if you watch any competitive YouTuber deck profile, everyone always nicknamed the card Game Charge. And most YouTubers, other YouTubers, when they were making BanList, basically said this card probably should be banned, or this card needs to be banned. Even in the Mech Knight Blue Eyes deck profile, which we filmed, but you're probably not going to see because it's got Soul Charge in it. I think I even mentioned in that video this card probably should be banned, and what do you know, it actually happened.
I mean, sure, you're paying life points to summon monsters, and you don't get a battle phase, but you can still set up
the boards that you set up are just crazy. Yeah. It was one of those, and Soul Charge was actually a really old card for those who don't know what it is. It was an old card from the Orichalcos era of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime that finally saw the light of day in the first Dragons of Legend, I believe.
Yeah, Dragons of Legend 1.
And everyone was like, oh my god, this card is out and it's actually broken.
This man actually knows a bunch of his shit, so take it to heart. If you don't, then that's your fault.
Yeah, so, Soul Charge is gone, and
that's pretty much the rest of the bans. There's no trap cards or anything like that.
Yeah, they didn't ban any trap cards or anything like that.
Limits? There's a bunch of these.
There's a bunch. Emperor Dragon is back at 1. For those of you who are wondering why, we have the errata now. The card is literally garbage. You cannot special summon it from the graveyard ever. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, you can only summon it from the hand. And any turn where you activate any effect, doesn't matter what, you can't pay the 1,000 life points to nuke the opponent's board. On top of that,
it's if you use his effect to nuke, You can't do any other card effects that turn.
No. Well, yeah, if you use its effect to nuke, you can't activate any other, or any effect. Doesn't matter. Spell, trap, monster. If you activate
Card
any
and or effect, yeah.
If you activate anything before dropping Emperor Dragon and paying the 1,000 life points,
Then you
can't play the effect. It's literally, on top of that, they only get burned, your opponent only gets burned for the cards that they have that were sent to the graveyard by the effect.
I mean, I guess they want to tread the waters at 1.
Honestly, the only...
No one's going to play it, so by April we should see it go to 3.
I mean, honestly, the only deck that I can see it that's meta right now and that's competitively viable that could have played it is Thunder Dragons, and that's only if they don't have the YCS prize card, because that's a YCS prize card. Which,
that's like $2,000.
Yeah.
Well... 25 for the Ultra.
Yeah. So, yeah, Emperor Dragon's back. Probably not going to do anything. I'm kind of sad that it didn't just automatically go to 3, but it's probably for the best.
Yeah, for now.
Next up, Cyberstein. I have been preaching this one for years.
Life points don't matter in this game.
Well, the whole thing is everyone's like, life points don't matter. And I'm just like, really? You're telling me I'm good? I was preaching for this to come back when Effect Veiler was a card. Really, I'm going to pay 5,000 life points
as cost
to get nothing. No thank you. We've got Effect Veiler, we've got Infinite Impermanence, and we've got only one extra monster zone now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure with Cyberstein being now put to 1, I could see OTS 10 having him be in there as a common.
Or an ultimate. Then it might actually be really cool as an ultimate.
That'd be pretty weird.
It'd be cool.
That'd be a weird placing for an ultimate. I mean Shroud's got an ultimate when he got put to 1,
yeah.
So
but,
maybe.
Yeah, the thing with Cyberstein, it's a very powerful card, but it's a very steep cost. 5,000 life points is a very steep cost, and if you get hit with the 5,000 just to get hand trapped...
Yeah, but who's playing Veiler nowadays?
There are a lot of people that are playing Veiler, and if they're not playing Veiler, they are playing Infinite Impermanence.
True.
Some of them are even running both. A lot of players in the OCG are all running both.
It's called Trap Veiler.
Yeah, so, Cyberstein's back. Woot, I actually really like that. Dark Greffer went to 1. They really cracked down on Dark Warrior.
I'm nettled about that.
Yeah, Greffer's...
You know why, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because I was planning on playing 2 in Orcus when I got the new stuff in Savage Strike. Yeah. Now it's at 1. It's like, okay, so I have 1 Armor Gain Knight, 1 Greffer now.
Yeah, the thing with
what else do I put in?
The thing with Greffer was, I think it was partially because of the Dark Warrior, and I think Dangers were running him too.
Yeah, because like, discard to summon effect.
And get the effect in the graveyard, yeah. So,
and then discard, dump, effect.
Yeah, we probably mentioned this already. They're doing their typical thing of hitting around a bunch of stuff and not actually hitting the stuff. Soul Charge banned because Dangers, Galaxy's Tomahawk banned because it's a stupid busted token card, and Dangers, Greffer, Dangers, and Slash Draw, which is later down the list, limited because Dangers.
Not really.
Yeah, the Dangers were used in that FTK. You just use the Dangers, go through your whole fucking deck with Upstart Goblins, and then you see your Slash Draw. Oh, look, I only have this many cards left in my deck. I bet it's a Slash Draw, and then I win.
There's also one other card that makes the deck made the deck easy to stack the deck.
Mean like Leg Spreader or something like that?
Saryuja.
That too, yeah. That's actually one that's not on here that I'm actually surprised. That's one card that they missed as well.
I mean, it's either they hit Slash Draw or put Saryuja to 1.
Well, Saryuja should go to 1 anyway, because any deck that can make 3 Saryujas in 1 turn is fucking stupid.
I mean, you use Saryuja itself.
I mean, one Saryuja is okay, but 3 in 1 turn is absolute and utter bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one that came back is Shurit. They're finally letting up on a bunch of stuff. Shurit is back at 1.
Could we see Necroz coming in Chicago?
That's with Bionic at 3, possibly. So spoiler alert, Bionic at 3. At El Shaddai Construct, so many people are going to be happy about this.
I honestly don't care.
It's one of those. It's like, yeah, it's immune to every special summon monster, but let's look at the main decks running around right now. Altergeist doesn't go into their extra deck like at all until they kill you. Thunder Dragons, we're immune to destruction. I'll just banish a card and get a plus.
I thought Construct was only like if it battles a special monster,
Yeah.
it just kills it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not immune to special summon monsters.
It's essentially immune to them, yeah. It's essentially immune to them by battle.
Bitch, I'm gonna fucking bomber that shit. What are you talking about? I'm a long boy, get rid of that bitch.
So yeah, El Shaddai Construct is back. We'll see if it does something. I'm guessing they banned Snow mostly because of this, because thank God.
Yeah, because
that
they
would have been stupid.
do Shaddai Fusion to send the Snow to the graveyard for Shaddai's, and you just keep doing that.
And then, so yeah, that's it for the monsters. Brilliant Fusion is limited.
I am very nettled about that, actually.
I'm not nettled about that.
Well, I know you're not.
That was absolutely stupid, and it's again, they're hitting everything around it. It's funny. It's like they did nothing to Altergeist, nothing to Trickstars, and nothing to Sky Strikers at all. Yeah, those decks are still pretty much at full power, aside from Sky Strikers having only the one Hornet drones. But Thunder Dragons is just like, we'll just give you a slap on the list. Brilliant Fusion to 1. I mean, if they run the Predaplant engine, they can still search it, no problem.
The only reason why I'm nettled about it is because, well, I was planning on using it for Super Quants to use 3 Brilliant Fusions. I mean, I could still use the 1 and still run the Predaplant engine with the Lone Fire Blossoms in it.
Yeah.
But it's like...
I mean, Brilliant Fusion was one of those...
It kind of makes it useless to do now.
The term Garnet exists for a reason, but Brilliant Fusion essentially became...
a Garnet.
It became a much better Future Fusion, which was banned for years for a reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, next one, again, tiptoeing around Thunder Dragons. Let's hit Gold Sarcophagus to 1. Everyone saw that one coming, and it's just like, yeah, that really doesn't do anything to Thunder Dragons. They have 3 Thunderclap Monk coming out. They have 3... Aloof, whatever the Lone Wolf card is called. Which is like, oh, we're going to lose 2 copies of your Gold Sark out of 4.
Most likely, they're going to run Lone Wolf because it just...
Oh, it's easily their best normal summon in the deck.
It's Gold Sark plus
best.
More.
Yeah, it's Gold Sark plus extra, yeah.
I mean, hell...
I think the way that I would put it is it's Gold Sark plus Convert Contact.
I could see them just say, fuck Gold Sark entirely, not even run it anymore, and just put 3 Lone Wolves in there.
Oh, they'll run both. Because you always can get the 1 Gold Sark and then you can just go off from there.
But still.
So, yeah, the next one
We'll figure that out once Why City Chicago happens next weekend.
The next one that happened, which is kind of interesting, is Magical Midfield Breaker. Which, honestly, I think this card got limited because of Cyberstein. I think Konami was a little scared that Cyberstein players would try and bring
out the field spell so that Cyberstein can be targeted, so
they can pay the 5,000 for nothing.
So that it can be Valor, it can be Impermanence, it can
and then they OTK them, yep. And honestly, let's be honest, it was a really annoying card.
Yeah.
It was a really annoying card that was basically like, yeah, you can't interrupt my plays any way whatsoever.
Also, it is kind of a bad thing because it makes Widowmaker a much more bitch to deal with.
Again, Sky Strikers, not hit at all. And then I preached this one for a while too. Those of you who saw my Demise ABC video, I said Scapegoat needs to be banned. It's limited. I'll deal with it. I mean, honestly,
it's a technical Trickstar hit.
Yeah, it's a technical Trickstar hit, but a lot of people were running it just because it's a 1-card Boral Sword.
That's the only reason why they run it.
Yeah, I know.
That's the only reason why they run Scapegoat.
It was a 1-card Boral Lord, it's a 1-card Boral Sword. At the very least, though, Scapegoat, I suppose you could argue, is somewhat fair, because you kind of have to set it and have it be there a whole turn and keep the sheep tokens. Assuming your opponent... You have to assume that your opponent is not going to blow up your back row. You're going to have to assume that your opponent doesn't OTK you or gets over your monsters and then can't knock you out. Because you have to play it during their turn, because otherwise you can't special summon anything that turn.
Here's my answer to that. Bomber Dragon. Fuck you.
Topologic Bomber Dragon?
Yeah. I mean, I play Orcus. I summon that bitch for free.
Can't you just... Here's another thing that I thought of. Can't you just technically summon Bomber Dragon off of Scapegoat?
Yes, you can. but I'm not playing Scapegoat in Orcus. That's stupid.
and Slash Rod to 1.
It's either that or Soryuja.
They basically pulled the Zodiac Rap here on this one, which is just like, instead of banning it, we're just gonna put it to 1. So it's just like,
I mean, it makes
okay. It's like, okay, and there's nothing new on the semi-limited. The semi-limited list is tiny now. But
who cares about semi-limited?
Let's talk about what got unbanned. Inzektor Hornet is finally back at 3 over there.
Dragonfly is still at 1.
Dragonfly's still at 1, but I'm just like, Hornet. I used to really hate Hornet, but at the same time, it's just like, really, everything is like immune to destruction right now, so I guess Hornet's okay.
Yeah.
And again, Hornet and Dragonfly are 3 in the OCG and doing nothing. They're doing jack shit over there. Next is the Bryonic.
Necroza Bryonic.
We mentioned that before. Evil Swarm Excite-Tonight's back at 3 over here, and I'm just like,
okay.
Yeah. Fine, okay. I mean, if you're gonna let evenly matched run around at 3, what's the point of Excite-Tonite being limited? And then
Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. The only reason why this is at 3 is because they want the new Kaiju coming out of Cyber Strike to be relevant.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. If it wasn't still, if Slumber was still at 1, that card would be worthless.
Yeah, relatively, yeah. I mean, it's.
That's my opinion about that.
That being said, they might be letting up on Kaijus in order to curb the Sky Strikers a little bit too.
True.
Because 3, let's be honest, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is the only really good Kaiju card.
Wait a minute.
What?
What's coming? Guess what's coming back? One punch to the deck.
Oh, Crusadias, yes!
Yeah, with 3 slumbers. Let's get it!
Let's go! And Monarch Stormforth is back at 3.
True Dracos, oh my god.
True Dracos, I mean, Aether is still limited.
Evenly matched them. They have no response to that.
Yeah, pretty much. Epidemic Eradicator Virus. I'm actually really happy this card finally came back. Probably an updated virus deck coming out soon.
They only brought it back just so that people have an out for Sky Strikers.
I mean, honestly, the thing, they limited it over here because when it first got limited, like, I want to say like the first or second list after we got different lists from the OCG, and basically it was, they limited it because, oh, you flip that up against spellbooks, they died. Spellbooks aren't a thing anymore, and
now it's Sky Strikers' turn to die.
Everyone's complaining about Widow Anchor and I mean, Sky Strikers don't die from an Epidemic Eradicator Virus, because if they have, all they need is like a Ray and a way to go into the Gargari and get their cards back, but Epidemic is going to make fighting them a little bit easier if they don't have the Ray or a way to get to it. Then Infernity Barrier is back at 3.
No one cares.
Archfiend's at 1 still. I mean, when was the last time Infernities did anything?
When Fireball was relevant.
Pretty much. Wind-Up Magician is back at 3.
Where the fuck is Zen Mighty? Or Zen Main? Whatever.
No, Wind-Up Carrier Zen Mighty, yeah. It was Wind-Up Carrier.
Where the fuck is Zen Mighty, you bitches?
Where's that BanList switch? Come on, switch Hunter and Zen Mighty. You've literally hit every other hand loop exit. Actually,
we have 3 Shark. We have 3 Magician. We need Wind-Up Carrier.
I mean, to be quite honest, I don't think the deck will be playable without, well, the Wind-Up Loop isn't really playable without Pot of Avarice, which is still banned over here.
You still can't play Wind-Ups without the Carrier.
With the Carrier, yeah.
You just can't.
And TG Hyper Librarians at 3 again. TGs are coming soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to run 3 Hyper Librarian. I don't think you need it. And this is one that actually kind of scares me. But then again, it did nothing at 2, and limiter removal's at 3 now.
Yeah, I can run more limiter removal than Despots. Prepare to die more.
I'm not entirely sure if I'm okay with that, especially with Stein back. I mean, I love Stein being back, but limiter...
Cyber Stein summons Cyber End Dragon.
Yeah.
Throw 3 limiter removals.
You know what's funny? I just realized something.
What?
They go Effect Monster, Ritual Monster, then Xyz Monster. Wait, are those? No, they're not in alphabetical order either. What the hell?
Semantics.
So, yeah, that's the new ban list. Overall,
Ups and downs.
I like it, but I feel like they should have hit the meta decks a lot more. But I'm
Sky Strikers
guessing
mainly.
The Sky Strikers and Altergeist especially. I'm flabbergasted they didn't hit Saryuja to 1. I'm flabbergasted that Kagari didn't go to 1. I'm flabbergasted that Reincarnation is still at 3. I'm flabbergasted that Multi-Faker is still at 3. Because that deck is stupid with 3 Multi-Fakers.
I'm more surprised that they did this much change before YCS Chicago.
And
before Savage Strike.
Yeah, single-handedly, the best thing about this list, though, the good thing to take on it, they brought a lot of stuff back.
They answered the problems.
And they they basically tried to get rid of the solitaire decks. We'll find out in YCS Chicago if that actually worked 100%.
Yeah.
So, remember, like, comment, subscribe.
We'll see y'all next time.
Ba-boom!
By the way, not dead. Okay, thanks, bye.